Hello, welcome back. I have charged my camcorder a little bit. Let's read about the camel. The camel is a little bit hot in my living room. That's some drawings I got by some fans from my YouTube channel, Monko TV. This clipboard is from a fan too, so I'll not put that in the garbage, of course. I keep it somewhere here or there. I will keep it. But now I'm kind of tired. It's 6 p.m. too. Just eat some snacks, so I'm a little bit thirsty. So let's put the light off, alarm clock on. And I have another one, the cactus. But I think we don't have enough power. We use another cactus. But we could use my small pocket cam. We could read the camel and the cactus. But the screen is very far away from my eyes. But the letters is big.
Camel. Camel temporal range, a one-humped camel. Dromedary, Camelus dromedarius, a shaggy two-humped camel. Bactrian camel, Camelus bactrianus, scientific classification. Kingdom Animalia phylum Chordata class Mammalia order Archaeodactyla family Camelidae tribe Camelini. A camel, from Latin, camelus and Greek, camnos, from Hebrew or Phoenician, Ga with macron Ma with macron L. 7, 8, is an even-toed ungulate in the genus Camelus that bears distinctive fatty deposits known as humps on its back. Camels have long been domesticated and, as livestock, they provide food, milk and meat, and textiles, fiber and felt from hair. Camels are working animals especially suited to their desert habitat and are a vital means of transport for passengers and cargo. There are 3 surviving species of camel. The one-humped dromedary makes up 94% of the world's camel population, and the two-humped Bactrian camel makes up 6%. The wild Bactrian camel is a spirit species and is now critically endangered. The word camel is also used informally in a wider sense, where a more correct term is camelid, to include all 7 species of the family Camelidae, the true camels, the above 3 species, along with the New World camelids, the llama, the alpaca, the guanaco, and the vicuna, which belong to the Thesioporid tribe Lamini. 9. Camelids originated in North America during the Eocene, with the ancestor of modern camels. Paracamelus, migrating across the Bering Land Bridge into Asia during the late Miocene, around 6 million years ago. Taxonomy. Extant species. 3 species are extant. Sad smiley 10, 11. Genus Camelus linus, 1758. Type species Camelus dromedarius, 6, linus, 1758. Species Camelus bactrianus. Camelus dromedarius. Camelus ferus. Camelus gratidi, fossil, 2. Camelus nobloshi, fossil, 3. Camelus morley, fossil. Camelus sivalensis, fossil, 4. Camelus tomasi, fossil, 5. Camel world population.png. Distribution of camels worldwide. Synonyms list. Camelus molina, 1782. Dromedarius glagger, 1841. Image. Common name. Scientific name. Distribution 2011. Trampeltia 1528.jpg. Bactrian camel. Camelus bactrianus domesticated, Central Asia including the historical region of Bactria. Domestic dromedary. Mertsorga.jpg. Dromedary / Arabian camel. Camelus dromedarius domesticated, the Middle East, Sahara Desert, and South Asia. Introduced to Australia. Wild Bactrian camel on road east of Yarkand.jpg. Wild Bactrian camel. Camelus ferus. Remote areas off northwest China and Mongolia. Biology. The average life expectancy of a camel is 40 to 50 years. 12. A full-grown adult dromedary camel stands 1.85 m, 6 feet 1 in, at the shoulder and 2.15 m, 7 feet 1 in, at the hump. 13. Bactrian camels can be a foot taller. Camels can run at up to 65 km per hour, 40 miles per hour, in short bursts and sustain speeds of up to 40 km per hour, 25 miles per hour. 14. Bactrian camels weigh 300 to 1,000 kilograms, 660 to 2,200 pound, and dromedaries 300 to 600 kilograms, 660 to 1,320 pound. The widening toes in a camel's hoof provide supplemental grip for varying soil sediments. 15. The male dromedary camel has an organ called a dula in its throat, a large, inflatable sac that it extrudes from its mouth when en route to assert dominance and attract females. It resembles a long, swollen, pink tongue hanging out of the side of the camel's mouth. 16. Camels mate by having both male and female sitting on the ground, with the male mounting from behind. 17. The male usually ejaculates 3 or 4 times within a single mating session. 18. Camelids are the only ungulates to mate in a sitting position. 19. Ecological and behavioral adaptations. Camels do not directly store water in their humps, they are reservoirs of fatty tissue. When this tissue is metabolized, it yields more than 1 gram of water for every gram of fat processed. This fat metabolization, while releasing energy, causes water to evaporate from the lungs during respiration, as oxygen is required for the metabolic process overall. There is a net decrease in water. 20. 21. Camels have a series of physiological adaptations that allow them to withstand long periods of time without any external source of water. 23. The dromedary camel can drink as seldom as once every 10 days even under very hot conditions, and can lose up to 30% of its body mass due to dehydration. 24. Unlike other mammals, camels' red blood cells are oval rather than circular in shape. This facilitates the flow of red. A portrait of a camel with a visibly thick mane. A camel's thick coat is one of its many adaptations that aid it in desert-like conditions. A leashed pack camel. A camel in Somalia, which has the world's largest camel population. 22. Blood cells during dehydration. 25. And makes them better at withstanding osmotic variation without rupturing when drinking large amounts of water. A 600 kilograms, 1,300 pound camel can drink 200 L, 53 US gal, of water in 3 minutes. 26. 27. Camels are able to withstand changes in body temperature and water consumption that would kill most other mammals. Their temperature ranges from 34 degrees Celsius, 93 degrees Fahrenheit, at dawn and steadily increases to 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit, by sunset. before they cool off at night again. 23. In general, to compare between camels and the other livestock, camels lose only 1.3 liters of fluid intake every day, while the other livestock lose 20 to 40 liters per day. 28. Maintaining the brain temperature within certain limits is critical for animals. To assist this, camels have a rete mirabile, a complex of arteries and veins lying very close to each other, which utilizes countercurrent blood flow to cool blood flowing to the brain. 29. Camels rarely sweat, even when ambient temperatures reach 49 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Fahrenheit. 30. Any sweat that does occur evaporates at the skin level rather than at the surface of their coat. The heat of vaporization therefore comes from body heat rather than ambient heat. Camels can withstand losing 25% of their body weight in water, whereas most other mammals can withstand only about 12-14% dehydration before cardiac failure results from a circulatory disturbance. 27. When the camel exhales, water vapor becomes trapped in their nostrils and is reabsorbed into the body as a means to conserve water. 31. Camels eating green herbage can ingest sufficient moisture in milder conditions to maintain their body's hydrated state without the need for drinking. 32. Domesticated. Camel calves lying in sternal recumbency, a position that aids heat loss. The camel's thick coat insulates it from the intense heat radiated from desert sand. A shorn camel must sweat 50% more to avoid overheating. 33. During the summer the coat becomes lighter in color, reflecting light as well as helping avoid sunburn. 27. The camel's long legs help by keeping its body farther from the ground, which can heat up to 70 degrees Celsius, 158 degrees Fahrenheit. 34. 35. Dromedaries have a pad of thick tissue over the sternum called the pedestal. When the animal lies down in a sternal recumbent position, the pedestal raises the body from the hot surface and allows cooling air to pass under the body. 29. Camels' mouths have a thick leathery lining, allowing them to chew thorny desert plants. Long eyelashes and ear hairs, together with nostrils that can close, form a barrier against sand. If sand gets lodged in their eyes, they can dislodge it using their translucent third eyelid, also known as the nictitating membrane. The camel's gait and widened feet help them move without sinking into the sand. 34. 36. The kidneys and intestines of a camel are very efficient at reabsorbing water. Camels' kidneys have a 1:4 cortex to medulla ratio. 37. Thus, the medullary part of a camel's kidney occupies twice as much area as a cow's kidney. Secondly, renal corpuscles have a smaller diameter, which reduces surface area for filtration. These two major anatomical characteristics enable camels to conserve water and limit the volume of urine in extreme desert conditions. 38. Camel urine comes out as a thick syrup, and camel feces are so dry that they do not require drying when used to fuel fires. 39. 40. 41. 42. The camel immune system differs from those of other mammals. Normally, the Y-shaped antibody molecules consist of two heavy, or long, chains along the length of the Y, and two light, or short, chains at each tip of the Y. 43. Camels, in addition to these, also have antibodies made of only two heavy chains, a trait that makes them smaller and more durable. 43. These heavy chain-only antibodies, discovered in 1993, are thought to have developed 50 million years ago, after camelids split from ruminants and pigs. 43. Camels suffer from SARA caused by Trypanosoma evansii wherever camels are domesticated in the world. 44. 2. And resultantly camels have evolved trypanolytic antibodies as with many mammals. In the future, nanobody / single domain antibody therapy will surpass natural camel antibodies by reaching locations currently unreachable due to natural antibodies' larger size. 45. 788 Such therapies may also be suitable for other mammals. 45. 788 Tranit AL 2009 provides a new reference test for Sarah T. Evansy of Camel. 46. They use recombinant invariant surface glycoprotein 75, RISG 75, an invariant surface glycoprotein, and ELISA. 46. The TRAN test has high test specificity and appears likely to work just as well for T. Evansy in other hosts, and for a pantrypanozoon test, which would also be useful for TB brucei, TB gambiense, TB rhodesians, and T. equipidum. 46. Genetics. The karyotypes of different camelid species have been studied earlier by many groups, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, but no agreement on chromosome nomenclature of camelids has been reached. A 2007 study flow sorted camel chromosomes, building on the fact that camels have 37 pairs of chromosomes, 2n equals 74, and found that the karyotype consisted of 1 metacentric, 3 submetacentric, and 32 acrocentric autosomes. The Y is a small metacentric chromosome, while the X is a large metacentric chromosome. 53. Skull of an F1 hybrid camel. Museum of Osteology, Oklahoma. The hybrid camel, a hybrid between Bactrian and dromedary camels, has one hump, though it has an indentation for 12 centimeters, 1.64.7 in, deep that divides the front from the back. The hybrid is 2.15 m, 7 feet 1 in, at the shoulder and 2.32 m, 7 feet 7 in, tall at the hump. It weighs an average of 650 kilograms, 1,430 pound, and can carry around 400 to 450 kilograms, 880 to 990 pound, which is more than either the dromedary or Bactrian can. 54. According to molecular data, the wild Bactrian camel, Cephorus, separated from the domestic Bactrian camel, C. bactrianus, about 1 million years ago. 55. 56. New World and Old World camelids diverged about 11 million years ago. 57. In spite of this, these species can hybridize and produce viable offspring. 58. The Camel ISA camel-llama hybrid bred by scientists to see how closely related the parent species are. 59. Scientists collected semen from a camel via an artificial vagina and inseminated a llama after stimulating ovulation with gonadotrophin injections. 60. The camel is halfway in size between a camel and a llama and lacks a rump. It has ears intermediate between those of camels and llamas, longer legs than the llama, and partially cloven hooves. 61. 62. Like the mule, camels are sterile, despite both parents having the same number of chromosomes. 60. Evolution. The earliest known camel, called Protylopus, lived in North America 40 to 50 million years ago, during the Eocene. 18. It was about the size of a rabbit and lived in the open woodlands of what is now South Dakota. 63. 64. By 35 million years ago, the Pobrotherum was the size of a goat and had many more traits similar to camels and llamas. 65. 66. The hoofed Stenomylus, which walked on the tips of its toes, also existed around this time, and the long-necked Epicamelus evolved in the Miocene. 67. The ancestor of modern camels, Paracamelus, migrated into Eurasia from North America via Beringer during the late Miocene, between 7.5 and 6.5 million years ago. 68, 69, 70. During the Pleistocene, around 3 to 1 million years ago, The North American Camelidae spread to South America as part of the Great American Interchange via the newly formed Isthmus of Panama, where they gave rise to guanacos and related animals. 18.